I swear to God, if you go higher than a 6, we're done.
Good evening for our Indian viewers. We are finally back with a show for you guys today. We are doing our Bullet Train and Three Idiots review.
With a Brahmastra little thing, I think, at the beginning, too.
Yes, and we'll do a little bit of an update on Brahmastra.
Yeah.
As, you know, it's been how long now? About like a week or two, I think, since it released. So, yeah, we are super pumped to be bringing you this 2-for-1 special. Because, you know, we needed a Three Idiots review out here.
And I don't think either one of these movies will take up an entire hour. So it was kind of just a perfect point for us to be like, hey, let's do a 2-for-1, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, without further ado, Brahmastra.
And apologies for my terrible camera today. I'm moving some furniture and desk stuff around, so I'm glowing for now.
He's got the Brahmastra glow.
Yeah, I got the Fire Astra. So.
Agniastra, I think it is, right?
Igniastra.
So, Brahmastra sitting at a 5.5 out of 10 on IMDb with an 85,000% viewer rate.
Yeah.
43% of people, it's getting review bombed, 43% of people out of that 85,000 have given it a 1 score, 33.4% a 10, and then you kind of got below 10% from 2 to 9. So we're kind of seeing how people are viewing this movie right now. I have seen some mixed reviews in our own comment section. Some people saying it's a flop. Some people saying it's like a 10 out of 10 movie. Some people saying it's the greatest movie that they've seen this year. What's up, Biffer? So it's mixed.
It's very controversial. A lot of opinions going around.
Yeah. What are you thinking of it right now? Given that you've let it
simmer, I've let it sizzle a little. You know what? Not what's up, Vertica? Not a favorite. Not like I said, I'm more excited for what the future holds in that universe than I am this film. After discussing it with a lot of you on our community Discord, where you can talk to us when we're not live, just want to plug that. It turns out that I'm pretty sure there's more problems than there are good things. A lot of problems. But still want to see more from that universe. I think that the director was working on this for so long that he got so hyped about so many details that he kind of got lost in it. And now that it's out the gate, he can be like, all right, let's take our time on this second film. Slow the roll a little bit. Don't give away too many plot points, but also give what people want.
Right.
I wanted more lore and history about the Astras and less major plot points like the fact that he was the son of the two Dev and stuff like that. And stuff like that could have been major plot point drops in a second film or third film. I feel like there was just too much of that information that was oh, why'd you tell us that now? That would have been awesome if you just waited so we were still in a little bit of mystery. So what's up, Derpy? So that's my thoughts on that. Yeah. And
I think a lot of people were in agreement with us, saying that it was actually too focused on the love story. We are commending the VFX, because they were super, super high quality and super high class, and you can't take that away from the movie. But I do think that it ended up being, the story is a major point of it, and the VFX can't carry, the entire film and make it something worth watching. But, nonetheless, I would say give it a one-time watch, just to understand the story.
Yeah, I mean, that was my problem too, was like, I feel like there were so many cool characters they introduced, like the bull Astra and the monkey Astra, and then they just got like 2 minutes of screen time, and it was like they're gone, and now it was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then you see like 50 Astras hanging out at the temple, but then they all disappear for the big battle.
Yeah.
So
like, where'd they all go? They all just like, we gotta bail, we gotta leave.
It's like,
so Shiva can do his thing.
That was, yeah, I feel like I wanted more lore and history on the Astras and less like major plot points. You know, like I felt like they fit too much into one film, even though it was 3 hours long. And I think especially with the VFX, I think the director was so hyped on the fact that he can finally do all that he got lost in it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, all right, dude, it's out of the gate. You know, this movie suffered the whole, like, it's the first, so it had to get all that out of the way. Now take your time. Don't rush it.
Yep.
You know. So.
We'll see what happens with it. What happens.
Definitely.
All right, so we did a Three Idiots watch party.
We did.
Quite a bit ago now.
Yeah.
And you know, it's been tough because we had you know, Brahmastra coming up. We had a lot of stuff that we wanted to get out.
Yeah, we definitely wanted to focus on Brahmastra because, you know, everyone was asking for that type of content.
Right. So all has been well since
all is well.
Three Idiots.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to make sure that we got our thoughts on the movie out, and you know, we didn't think that because it's such an older movie and it's really beloved by the Indian community that you know, it didn't need its own podcast because everybody sort of knows it. We don't have to explain it too much. But we just want to give our thoughts on it. So, Cody, if you want to kick that off.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially in terms of that, the reason I feel like this didn't need a full hour-long review from us is, like, as much as, like we had a lot of people saying that, well, like, this is only relevant to Indian culture and their school system, but, like, the things that they go through in this movie are very relevant to also the United States educational system. Like, those are serious problems all around the world. But there were some references, obviously, that as non-natives to India, we cannot understand. And so to, like, dock points on stuff we don't understand is not fair because it's not meant for us. So we can't, I don't feel okay critiquing things that just weren't meant for me. So I'm not going to give, like, in terms of quality for the time that it was made, I do like the pacing and the story of this movie a lot. There were a lot of heartwarming moments, you know. What's up, Harv?
Yeah,
appreciate it.
So, I mean, yeah, to a degree, it's like we can only say so much. And I mean, when I'm looking at the movie, I'm really just looking at the content and how it was filmed and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, you know, it was a solid movie. 2009. I mean, let's compare it to what we were making in 2000, or, you know, in that time span. We had The Other Man coming out. So, you know, like, The Other Man came out in 2008, and then, you know, they were making this style of movie in 2009. And I mean, those are two completely different movies, but it's just a funny reference, quality-wise.
Yeah.
I would actually argue that this Three Idiots was better quality than The Other Man, but.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of camera quality, they're from the same era, you know?
Yeah.
That's also just...
Well, Avatar can't even... that's a whole other...
You had Avatar in 2009, really? Oh, yeah. All is
well.
What's up, bro?
So, I mean, so you don't want to score this movie, you said, on your
No,
end,
I do. I'm still going to give this a score. It's just that I think that the reason, you know, apologies to the people who watched the watch party and were upset with us for not fully paying attention. We were kind of paying attention to chat a little bit, but it's hard with the watch parties not to pay attention to chat. That's why we do them. That doesn't mean we missed anything major. So, you know, we kind of came to an agreement that watch parties are going to be for those classics that we all know and love, but just want to, like someone mentioned, let's just do a RRR watch party, right? Something like that. Something we've all seen, but we just want to hang out, relax, and talk about it some more. Not for major movies we want to do full episodes on.
Right.
Whether,
and, like, we would still rank those, but this is this will be an exception because we were like, we haven't fully fledged out that idea yet. I think, we might want to try and gauge the community a little bit on how that would work. Because, some people, I think I put a poll out, and some people were saying like, oh, do a watch party for gangs, which that would be like, that's tough because that requires our full undivided attention to really understand it.
Yeah.
Whereas, Three Idiots is a fun watch, I think, and we went into it being a fun watch, and we still grasped all the content. But when it comes to a movie like Gangs, that's going to be a little bit more difficult. Like, I feel like the watch party aspect is to look at, and engage a chat during the movie. I don't think you guys would necessarily like if we were just kind of sitting there quiet watching the movie. And yes, our reactions when major things happen would be our reactions, but it's like, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah,
so that's
no,
why,
watch parties
movies we've already done.
Yeah, exactly. Either movies
we know what's going to happen,
or like movies we want to show you guys that we've already seen. Like movies you might not have seen, like classics that we love that we're like, oh, we everyone should check this out, just like for fun.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
We just figured that might be a little bit more enjoyable for everybody. But so Three Idiots sits at an 8.4 on IMDb, with
wait, it sits at an 8.4.
Yes,
that's so wow, that's funny. That's the score I was thinking of. I didn't even.
You were
know.
thinking of an 8.4.
I didn't even look at IMDb. I pulled it up, but I didn't look.
Sits at a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes with that audience score with 10,000 plus ratings. So people love that movie. Yeah, it does.
It's cool
because rewatchability is good.
Yeah, because it's still relevant even today. No matter where you live, that's relevant.
I was going to go in the 8s as well.
Yeah, I
definitely think it's a solid 8 movie.
Definitely. I was probably going to sit it at like an 8. Like, you want to just quickly do a score and move on to Bullet Train?
Yes, because I really want to talk about Bullet Train.
Yeah, me too. I was honestly going to say like an 8.6. I'm putting it at 8.6.
8.6?
Yeah.
I'm going to agree with IMDb at an 8.4. I think that's a really solid one, and then we can do an 8.5.
Okay.
For combined. I think that's really fair. Would you consider it a favorite? We haven't been asking that question a lot, but
yeah, I know we do need to consider that. I don't know if I'd watch it again. Like it's a really good movie, but it's also like a longer one. Would I recommend it to people? Yes. Will I be watching it again? Probably not anytime soon.
Yeah, I think the great thing about the movie is once you sort of figure out, once the storyline has been all fleshed out, it becomes more of like a nostalgic thing.
Oh no, that scene was definitely,
yeah. For me, I would have to wait like at least a couple years, like kind of forget about what happened in the movie, and then go back into it to enjoy it again. And there are movies like that. So
it's true, Biffer.
But an 8.5, really reasonable.
Yeah, no, great movie.
Would you want to consider it a favorite, or?
I guess we'd have to say no because I'm not watching this anytime soon again.
Yeah.
It would
just because it's not a favorite doesn't mean it's not a bad movie.
No.
We wouldn't recommend it.
There's amazing movies on our list that aren't favorites because we just wouldn't watch it right away a second time. But I would recommend this to somebody in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Definitely a movie that people should watch for sure. So Bullet Train.
Yeah,
finally
I was curious.
got to see it.
I was curious if you guys liked the thumbnail for this stream because it was kind of like.
I have to go see it.
Yeah, it was kind of like a little bit of an afterthought, but maybe if everyone likes it, I'll keep it. But I thought about making a newer version.
Oh, that's nice.
You actually like it?
It's good.
Okay, I'll keep it then. I just thought
we'll see what the people say.
Yeah, what do the people think? Give me your thoughts, people. Let me see. I want to look at it again.
So,
okay.
Bullet Train came out in theaters. If you'd like to put a poll up for chat to see if they watched Bullet Train.
Oh, okay.
Did
you see that new movie Bullet Train
my expectations
with that guy Brad Pitt? It's pretty cool. Okay, let me know.
So I was expecting a completely different movie, to be honest.
There's a poll for you guys.
I was not expecting the film that we saw.
No, I was not expecting it. Well, yeah, no, the goofiness I didn't see coming.
I was not expecting the goofiness at all.
Let me move to that poster. I really like this poster.
Let me see this poster.
It's very cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's very stylish.
It is
nice. 4 times. 4 times.
So it's an interesting. I mean, the concept is. I don't think it's a very new concept, but
no, the who done it kind of like everyone is like in a group, they don't know who they are. Thank you so much, Raul. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you everyone for 2K subs.
We'll have to figure out what we do for 2K. Maybe if we want to do something.
For those watching and are able to, there is a poll in chat. Let us know if you've seen Bullet Train.
I don't know how well Bullet Train did in India, but
oh yeah,
it was a cool concept.
The cameos were really funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing Ryan Reynolds. Dude, imagine if Ryan Reynolds was in this movie, like fully.
He is in this movie. I love how they're like. I love how at the end they're like, "What do you mean we mentioned him?" Like they're like that guy. We mention him all the time. He just shows his face, and you're like, "What?"
Dude, I wish he was in this movie full fledged. Yeah. I would have loved that. It would have just been that like cherry on top for me.
True.
But pretty high action. The storytelling aspect is interesting. It was a nice call to like go back every time it kind of got annoying at some point because like every time they went back, like when they described, okay, like with Wolf for example, they always went back to Wolf's wedding and everybody's like puking and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, like come on, like how many we get it at this point, like you've done it about 3 times, you don't need to do it again.
What do you
who
mean?
The wolf is and whatever. But they kept calling back every time that somebody was mentioned. You would hear like it's like they're talking about the wolf. Right, and then you hear the howl, or you'll see the wedding scene.
They only did it once.
No, I thought they did it a couple times.
Well, they did the wedding 3 times. They did it to show you that the wolf was the wolf's wedding. Then they did it to show you Brad Pitt was at the wedding, and then they did it to show you that the doctor was at the wedding too, as the cake person.
But a really tight-knit story about these assassins being on the train, and there's some plot twists. I don't think they were like major plot twists, but by far my favorite characters out of the whole thing were Lemon and Tangerine.
Yeah, they were pretty awesome.
Those guys, really lovable guys.
Yeah.
And I was really feeling, really feeling for them, and the whole Thomas the Train Engine.
That was funny.
Like, he's like, bruv, I learned how to read people from Thomas the Tank Engine, and you're definitely a diesel. And it was just like, so good. It was just a funny, high-action movie, but not really blowing me away. No,
I think it was more of just like a fun, action-packed thriller, not like mind-blowing masterpiece. But it was really well done, like really high quality, really, especially like the water bottle thing, stuff like that was so goofy.
Oh, the water bottle.
Yeah,
that was good.
Major spoilers here. I mean, it's not really like that big of a deal. If you guys haven't seen the movie, if you don't want to know, look away or mute. But like, so the movie does this thing where it'll follow the point. Like, you'll meet somebody, and then and then it will show you like an hour before up until that point again, like how they got to that point. So the guy throws a water bottle, and then it cuts to the water bottle and shows you like the journey of the water bottle and how it got there.
Yeah.
And from like a GoPro, like, you know, first person point of view of the water bottle. It's pretty funny.
But that was probably the most creative thing. Out of this movie.
Yeah, and the bantering between Lemon and Tangerine was awesome. There was also just like a lot of really good fight scenes.
Yeah, choreography was really good.
It was just a really fun, you know, like not too serious, just have a good time kind of movie. You know.
Yeah. It was a good like, you know, evening watch.
Yeah.
But would I have, like, if I going back, I would probably wait for this on streaming, to be honest.
I don't know. I think I had a really fun time watching this in the theater.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like a lot of because it was so loud and a lot of things going on, like,
yeah.
There's a lot of movies that, like, at this point, like, most movies, I'm like, I mean, yeah, I know what you mean. Some movies just aren't worth theater. But this, I'm like, yeah, it was a fun theater watch, you know, because it was cheaper tickets too, you know, so
cheaper tickets, yep.
Yeah,
and I mean, I would have been interested in seeing how this movie did, you know, first week, like in terms of turnout. I've seen some you know, marketing for it and some trailers and stuff, but you know, we've been so deep into the Indian cinema that maybe I just stopped paying attention to it enough. But it's nice to see. I love Brad Pitt. Like, I mean, if we're talking about like my acting tier list here, like definitely putting Brad Pitt in the top 5. Ryan Reynolds is top 5 for sure. Like those are my guys. I would have to see. Oh, the guy that plays RoboCop. What's his name?
I don't remember. Wait, the original RoboCop or like
I'm talking like
new
20. The newer RoboCop.
He's good in Altered.
You don't like him?
He's good. No, I don't like that movie.
Altered Carbon, yeah.
But yeah, Altered Carbon's amazing. Man, I wanted to read the books, but I just haven't gotten to it.
What's his name?
The Joey King in Bullet Train.
Joel Kinnaman.
Which one was Joey King?
Kinnaman.
Oh, yeah, she was interesting. The girl in Bullet Train. Biffer's asking what we thought about her.
Oh,
it was kind of like
the girl in the pink.
Yeah, she was kind of you know, generic, like I'm gonna be evil because I don't know. Like she wasn't bad. You know, nothing special though. You know
no. I mean, she did a good.
No, she did a good job.
She did a good job, but yeah, I mean, if they took her out,
and replaced
the story
her,
could have still been the same.
Yeah,
I love Bargain Bin.
Who's
Matthew McConaughey?
Okay,
though.
who's the that is not
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Bargain Bin.
He's a fully fledged actor in his own right. He's not. He's in other movies you love. Like,
yeah, I know. I see he's in Tenet.
He was my favorite part about Tenet.
He's in Kingsman. Who was he though?
He was the soldier leading the operations.
I don't know why I don't remember his face.
Bargain Bin. He's like Bargain Bin
though.
George Clooney. Remember that?
You can literally replace him with Matthew McConaughey.
No, Matthew McConaughey
Yes,
is much older, sounds different, looks different. You just see
no.
You just see slight resemblances.
Pull up Tangerine with Matthew McConaughey
Well,
next
yeah.
to him, and you'll be like, they look exactly the
Sure,
same.
they got the slick back hair and the mustache, okay? And then you got slick back hair and a mustache, and then you're like, oh, it's Matthew.
I do like that look, though. I could never do
Yeah,
it.
it was a good look.
Wait a second. He played that guy?
Yeah, man.
He looks so different.
No, it's the same dude.
Yes, he does. What do you mean? He's got shaved hair. He's got a long beard. Wow, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I would not have recognized him. See, that's why I don't recognize him.
Well, yeah.
Who's in
Can
the King?
confirm.
Archie Reed?
Can confirm.
He's good, though.
Best actor in Bullet Train was Matthew McConaughey. Incredible job.
He played this guy too in Kingsman. Okay.
Bruce Willis, Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Liam Neeson, Tom Cruise. I respect it. Would I put Liam Neeson above Tom Cruise? I don't know.
Oh, Tom Cruise is up there too. Tom
Cruise is definitely on mine. Tom Cruise.
Oh wow, this is hard. If I were to put actors,
That's tough.
well, it has to be Ryan. Ryan Reynolds. He's not only beautiful, but he is.
He's not only beautiful, but I'd have to go. Daniel Craig, Idris Elba, Tom Cruise.
I'm not gonna spell McConaughey's last name.
Matthew McConaughey probably on there too. I don't know. There's a lot of. Have you seen the Babylon trailer? I don't. If it's one you guys sent in the community Discord, I probably did see it. I've been watching a lot of those. We're trying to keep up with. Well, to be fair, no, I haven't been watching a lot of trailers in the Discord because I don't want to see them without Luca if it's actually good. So I rely on you guys to let us know if it's worth our time. Otherwise, I'll get spoiled on the trailer. Oh, it's got. I see. It's got Australian lady, Brad Pitt in Spider-Boy. That's Tobey Maguire and Margot Robbie. Luca. Australian lady and Spider-Boy.
Lemon was in Eternals.
Oh, yeah, no, that's so funny. I didn't recognize him, but yeah, he is. Yeah.
Sorry, I was looking at... but yeah, so Babylon trailer, we have not. There was a movie that was in Cinemark that was a My Little Pony. Film. And I almost was going to ask if you wanted to check it out, but I don't
Vikrant Rona is now out on Disney Hotstar.
Does that mean...
It's on streaming.
Does that mean it's on Disney Plus?
Maybe.
Or are those different?
I don't know. Not quite sure.
Oh, it's called Beast. I think. Is that the Miami film? No, that has Idris Elba. That's not Miami. What the hell is it called? Doesn't matter. I'll have to find it. There's Lucky Man, which is Kannada. Oh, here they are. Sanam is out.
Well, good sir. Would you like to move on to the tier list for this movie?
There's so many. There's so many movies that are out right now. Yes, we can hop into the intergalactic movie ranking system.
There we go.
Also, the CGI work in this movie was not horrible.
No, it looked. I liked a lot of it.
It was just really the train.
What's his name? Who is the main samurai? His son was on the train and he shows up.
It was the Elder. That's just his name, the Elder.
The actor's name.
Hiroyuki Sanada.
He is awesome. I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He's a really good actor.
He's young. Oh wait, no, that's just a young photo of him.
I was
born in
say.
1960.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, he's in John Wick Chapter 4.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And he's also he's Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Oh my God! I forgot he plays Scorpion. Yeah.
And he's also Akihiko in Avengers Endgame.
Huh?
And he was in Minions. He was the sumo villain in Minions.
He's well versed, is what we're saying here. He's well versed.
All right. So Bullet Train.
Yes.
I'm just going to quickly read off these IMDb numbers. We don't have to necessarily show the...
Oh, well, I can quickly show them on stream. Let me do that. Let me just bring this up for you all to see. So IMDb is 7.5 with a curve at the 8s in the highest.
Yeah. So the Rotten Tomatoes audience score is a 76%. So these are kind of close.
It did well. It
flopped with the critics. The critics gave it a 54% splat.
Now, see, I agree with IMDb and the audience score more. I think a 54 is wrong.
Yeah.
Critics are like, it's not like, yeah, critics...
The story runs out.
Yeah, the critics are like, it's not quite like Romeo and Juliet, but, like...
Yeah. It's in the 7s, I think. I don't think this is an 8 movie.
Look at that.
The critics are really... Yeah, what's box office? 92.6? What was the...
Greetings! How's your lunch break? A new account, huh? It's a work account.
The Home Depot work account.
It's just got you don't got your name or you don't got your logo, Mitchell. It's just like
Bullet Train budget. I want to know. But around 90 million. So they made a $2 million profit. It grossed 212 million worldwide. But
oh yeah, that's good. They did well then. I think it did well.
Yeah, did pretty well.
Oh, your old count was weird. I think that a lot of critics will just look at this and be like, high octane action and silliness. Who wants that? Literally everyone. Like,
It was a funny movie.
Yeah,
it was more comedic than I thought it would be.
It's just a good time. Okay, we need to make a Rotten Tomatoes account and put everyone in their place. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry if I'm scrolling on stream and it just looks weird. Let me just
here go back to the
intergalactic movie ranking system.
We'll have to just get a sound bite of that where I have like a nice echo and stuff.
Yeah, everyone except critics says good things.
Yeah, the critics are.
I know. I need to get a soundboard.
Never really right. I feel like the critics, they're too snobby, and it also just never, works out. I'd rather see what an average moviegoer says, versus a critic. I want to watch. I want to watch Thor: Love and Thunder. I don't know if you're interested in Thor: Love and Thunder.
No.
No, so I might just do a 60-second review on it then.
In my opinion, critics are just average moviegoers. They're just normal people who just think their opinions mean more because of their career. But it's like everyone, literally, I don't care if you're a critic or a nobody. Like, everyone has their own opinion, and it's going to be different. So it's like...
Yeah, but the critics are I feel like they use film theory too much.
Yeah, and it's like that's not what people... That's not what... That film theory isn't going to sell tickets.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if the movie has the core things that make it entertaining, which is, good acting, good writing, action, or whatever whatever your climax and build-up is, those are just going to make good films. And, obviously the quality of the film.
It's also just art, and everyone's interpretation's different.
Yeah. So. I wonder what the budget was for Spiderhead, because I feel like...
What a classic. I missed that. That was a fun movie. Why? You're not...
$100 million for that movie.
It's made or...
Budget.
Had a bigger budget than this, and it didn't. Spiderhead did nothing. Wow.
Because it was only a Netflix release. Yeah. Think about that.
I still enjoyed that movie, but no, it would definitely deserve the place that it's in, and it's really sad to hear it has the same budget, because this is 10 times cooler.
Yeah. And that's how you, that just goes to show that, money means something in terms of, the quality, but it doesn't always. Good Time is an indie film, and that film was still...
Yeah, and they have expensive actors. I wonder if Brad Pitt is more expensive of an actor than Chris Hemsworth, because in that case it's even tighter of a budget for them.
Let's see, is Brad Pitt?
I mean, he must be
more expensive.
No, that's silly. Brad Pitt must be more expensive at this point.
Oh, this is an actual question that people have though.
He must be one of the highest, most expensive.
Brad Pitt charges $20 million. So these days we're looking up to $30 million per acting credit for Brad Pitt, with his latest film Bullet Train netting him up to $20 million. So what is Chris?
Dude's loaded.
Hemsworth.
There's no way it's more, because his only credible thing is the Avengers stuff. When Brad Pitt has had successful movies since the '90s, or maybe even '80s.
So Chris Hemsworth.
I'm curious.
Chris Hemsworth's average salary is more than $15 million each time, plus a percentage of profits.
So it's close. It's close. Yeah, I think that's probably thanks to.
He got paid $15 million apiece for Infinity War and Endgame.
How much? $15 million apiece?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thor: Love and Thunder, the actor reportedly took home $20 million. So Brad Pitt we'll get like up to 30 million potentially for each
Yeah,
film.
no, that
whereas,
makes sense. And they also, they also had Channing Tatum in this and Ryan Reynolds. But knowing Ryan Reynolds, he probably did that. He did,
dude. Character. Hold on.
Yeah. But like honestly, dude, I'm also thinking that I have no doubt in my mind that Ryan Reynolds did that cameo for free. He was just like, sure, just put me on a green screen, I'll be right there.
Yeah, right.
Like he doesn't care.
That's another question. Did Ryan
the mustached Luca
get paid for Bullet Train?
Luca, the mustache.
What about the mustache?
Like, yeah.
The Ethiopian caterpillar, as Dr. Disrespect would call it.
Ethiopian caterpillar. What?
The Ethiopian poisonous caterpillar.
Alright, so 69% of you out of 16 votes say no, you have not seen Bullet Train. It's a shame.
The smart way Bullet Train's director convinced Ryan Reynolds to pay back the favor Brad Pitt had done in Deadpool 2.
Oh, that's funny. No way. That's awesome.
He literally he had to do it as a favor.
That's awesome.
Because Brad Pitt cameos as the invisible member of the X-Force, the Vanisher. Though his role, so
that's so cool.
Getting Ryan involved with Bullet Train became Reynolds' way of saying thank you. That's great.
Yes, that's true. Biffer, if your job was to be an official critic and you got paid for every movie watch, you would be a billionaire by tomorrow. You should do that. You should look at
the amount of movies.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you want me to kick off this ranking?
Go ahead, man. I have somewhat.
We have to wrap this up.
Yes.
So,
Joey King. It was. She was okay. She was okay in it. Nothing special. She did a role. It was like kind of it was very self-explanatory. She was like, "My dad doesn't like me, so now I'm evil, and I'm gonna kill you." And it was like, okay, but that's kind of the whole point of this movie, though, is they really just like go on tropes.
Just there to kill each other.
So.
All right. So, I enjoyed this movie thoroughly. I would watch it again if it came on streaming. Honestly,
me too.
If I'm being honest. If I'm being totally honest, honestly.
If I'm being totally honest to my honesty about honesty.
I would give this a 7-8.
A 7-8. A 7-8, you say. A 7-8, you say. I'll agree with you. I'm comfortable with that,
Yeah.
I was thinking high 7s, because I think we both said as we were leaving the theater the other night, we both agreed high 7s, low 8s.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's quite as amazing as it is, as fun as it is. It's probably the highest budget thing we have in the 7s besides Gray Man. I think it's definitely more fun than Gray Man. It's definitely above Gray Man. But I don't think it's quite the masterpiece that the 8s are that we have with us today.
Yeah.
That we have with us today. So I think 7-8. I think 7-8.
7-8 is comfortable.
Yeah, and that puts Sarpada 1 point above.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair.
Better story writing with Sarpada.
Yeah.
I mean, this was good, but
this is just a fun movie.
Lemon and tangerine. So what fruit do you want to be? I think I want to be lime. Can you call me lime?
Call you lime? Okay.
I want to be lime, and then you can be whatever you want to be.
I don't know. Don't know.
Toxic. This was the rating for Bullet Train. We gave 3 Idiots an 8.5.
Yes. Yes.
And Cody will add that into the chart afterwards. So, but we will be having to wrap this up.
Yes.
Probably like now, because Cody actually has class.
I do.
So, For the next movie, we will have to decide what we want to do. I think we were saying Gangs and just watching Gangs.
Yeah, we might...
Getting that out of the way.
Okay. It might be tough. But we can try.
It might be tough. Also, I will check to see if Vikrant Rona is on Disney+. If it is on Disney+, I know Disney Hotstar is different. It might not be on. I'll check it. I'll check for streaming. So it might be Gangs. It might be Vikrant Rona. Maybe we'll divert and do an Ega watch party at some point if we can have some time to do that. But this was a nice little break to do like an American film. And
Vikrant Rona's on Amazon.
It's on. Oh, and yes, we do have to do some trailer reactions.
Yeah.
So we have a lot on the list. And we also have some skits coming your way too. I have this mustache now for a reason. So
yes.
When you really commit to the skit,
it'll be there soon.
It'll be up soon. So, with that said, we have 3 Idiots sitting at an 8.5, and we have Bullet Train with a 7.8.
Is it a favorite? Is Bullet Train a favorite?
Is Bullet Train a favorite?
You like Tangerine?
I would, since I'm going to watch it again, I would consider it a favorite. I would consider it a favorite.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I think so too. I'd watch this again. This is just like someone's like, I need a movie just to watch while I'm eating dinner. It's just something fun. I'm like, Bullet Train or Gray Man, both really fun action movies. We've got probably the best fun action movies we got this year. Just silly thrillers, you know? Well, Gray Man's a bit more serious, but you know what I mean. So yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, no, definitely Sarpada deserves that point above. Sarpada is definitely great.
I'm just doing this real quick. We've done 29 movies this year.
Yeah.
13 of them were favorites, and 16 were not.
That's fair. Half. Well, a little less than half. Huh?
But all right. Yeah. So I will put a community post out after this of what you guys would like us to see next. I'll do a variation. So, we haven't done we did the Vikrant Rona trailer. We were really interested in that.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to see that.
We'll definitely do that.
Just because we were into the movie verse, not into the TV verse. I think it's the only reason right now we don't do it. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying that like right now we're just trying to stick to one core genre because we can barely fit in content as it is now. You know, that's really the only reason. But maybe a series one day when we get more time. Maybe as like a member thing. But as for right now, TV is kind of the thing we leave to each other because we always watch movies together. So TV is kind of like our personal thing, like you know.
Yeah, I could check out like an Indian series or something on my own and do like a sub shorts version of those things, but it wouldn't get like a full-fledged podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So Cody needs to go to class.
I do.
All is well with him. All is well. And I will do a community post.
Sounds
good. For the next movie. So I will catch you guys in a little bit, and we will see you in the next show.
Indeed. Thank you all for joining. We'll see you very soon.
Bye.